Hey y'all, it's Rez. Welcome to another video. It's been a long ass time. Trying to do more videos because see there's more people subscribing, so I don't want to let y'all down. I'm finally going to do my big 3 upgrade that have been sent in by Frost Tech. I'll make sure to put a link into their stuff and get all his info, so in case you guys want these wires, you could just hit him up. Anywho, I'm getting started. I already took the factory terminal off. I did a really bad job because I couldn't find my razor blade till I was done. But now I'm just stripping the wires back so I could get these terminals on, and then once those terminals are on, I could incorporate them into these Il Customs 4 lug spots. I'll put these in the description also. They're pretty nice. I'll show you once I'm almost done. And I have a replacement fuse. It's an A&L fuse. You can tell this one got burnt up a while ago. I think it's just about time to replace it, and probably time to move it closer to the battery. But other than that, yeah, I'm gonna get started. I know I don't usually have storage on my phone to do this stuff, and I'm just trying to post something, get something out there, you know. But yeah, I'll do a better job on opening this so I don't have to cut that much of the wire, but it shouldn't matter. But I'll get back to you guys as soon as I crimp these on. I got these cheap crimpers. They aren't even made for this size, but I'm gonna make it work. I got those at Harbor Freight for like 20 bucks. See, this is why I like doing this crap, because I always run into issues, but it's always good to learn one time and then go back at it. I mean, I did my research, but I knew these weren't the right post, like crimp terminals, whatever you want to call them. But as you can tell, this guy's a little too big for this one, so like I fucked it all up trying to crimp it right. But this one is just the right size. It's almost too small, if I'm being honest. And these guys do not work. I was just seeing if they would work. Good old channel locks came in handy. So yeah, I'm not gonna keep it like this, just so y'all know, in case you see it at the end. It's looking like this. This looks like junk. At some point I'll get the actual like compression crimpers and get this done right, or I might just hit up Frost and have them send me the rest of the wires all custom. But until then, I'm just gonna crimp this, make sure it's solid enough for me to be able to drive it to work on Monday, because it's Sunday. I want to point out, I started crimping this wrong. If I would have just crimped it flat, it would have been fine, but this is one of the ones I tested to see if it would even crimp with this tool, and I bent it all out of whack. All the rest of them look fine, like round, so I'll most likely get the rest of these crimped on the way they need to be. But these were real cheap, as like $6 for 4 of them, so I might just redo it again at some point. So let's get to that. Oh yeah, also, Frost hit me back up, let me know that the bolt for my ground will be right here, and as you can see, I don't have a bolt there, so I'm gonna have to look through my extra spare bolt container. Hopefully I have one. If not, I'll figure it out and I'll have the thread pitch towards the end. Here's the example I was talking about. So this one was like kind of crooked before I got this guy on, and then this one was completely round. So you can see I was able to squish it flat, and that's how it should look. But with this one, he was already bent to whack. You can see how it's curved right there. So like I had to crush it all around just to get it secure. But this is a better looking way. At some point I'll get shrink wrap and I'll make this look more professional, but hey, that looks pretty good. Got these guys done. They're looking okay. They're definitely tight. I've shanked the shit out of them. I marked them as grounds because I know some people might be like, oh, how do you know which ones are which? Well, what do you think? Anywho, I'm reusing this red one. You seen this one was crimped on there good. They're real tight, so I'm confident they're gonna be fine. I got just enough wire in there so it gets to the end. These guys are done. These guys are done. Did it a lot quicker than I thought. Dang, look at that. Looks like I might need to replace this guy. So what I got to do now, I cleaned the posts. I'm gonna put the blocks on, put these all on, and then I'm gonna start looking for a bolt that fits in there so I could ground out the 0 gauge wire. Let's get started. The way this 3 upgrade I have it works is it's gonna be factory ground the alternator positive and the alternator case negative. Now these don't come with the negative for the case ground. So what I'm gonna do is I took this factory one out, right? And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sand this down, and this is where I'm gonna put my 0 gauge. And then I'm gonna run it up here along these existing wires under the radiator hose over to the ground. And same with the positive. I'm gonna come from here, come over here, go over the fans, and then the positive will come down here. So let's get to that. Should be good. We'll find out soon. This is my first time doing this, so I might run into some problems, and I'll let y'all know what I do. Let's do it. So you might want to cover the holes on your alternator when you're sanding this crap, because you don't want anything getting in there. All right, now I'm gonna start knocking this out. It's been taking too long. So I wanted to show the progress. I did go get a bolt for this, but I'm thinking it's still too long, because as you can see, it doesn't go that far in there before it hits the block, and I don't want to break anything or break the head. But other than that, with this guy over here, you may see this bracket on yours that holds these wires together. It's literally all it does. I broke mine because I'm not going to be reusing it at all or repurposing it. But yeah, at first I was about to tap it right here with the self tapper, but before I did that I started looking at it more. And yeah, so I'm going to be able to use the factory mounting point. All I had to do is take that apart. This just plugs into the alternator. This is the alternator tower that goes to the fuse box. I'm not ready to replace that, so I need to keep it. So now I'm gonna actually mount this guy. Maybe get the posts on. Alright guys, yeah. So like I said, I ended up taking this off, and I used that factory mounting spot for my ground. And I talked to Frost. I was mounting my ground incorrectly. I thought my positive was my ground, but we have it flip-flop. But yeah, here's the positive to the alternator cable coming over here, and bang, right there. Yeah, I did put the boot right over it just for some added protection. But I think since I'm running out of daylight, I'm gonna just jump to tomorrow and include in the video of how everything looks. We got these on here pretty snug. I like how they're looking pretty freaking cool, you know what I mean? It's about dang time. And then soon we'll have the other ground going to the engine block. But running out of daylight, I just wanted to put it back together and be able to drive to work tomorrow. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you y'all. It's the next day, and I'm just eyeballing my wiring. Now this isn't the finished product because these wires are technically supposed to go straight along the battery and then along here, and I don't want these overlapping each other. I want them next to each other, but I did what I could with the zip ties I had. I just need to go get some more. But yeah, I'm loving it. Haven't driven too much, but I already noticed this morning shifting better, and it was idling a little better. So I'm happy. But all I got left now is to get a bolt that actually fits inside this baby right here without going too far, because you can tell the threads don't go too far in there. So yeah, that'll be the last part I do to this, and that'll be it. The only thing I didn't like is I had to like super tighten these guys before I put them on, because it felt like once it barely got clamped, it was stripping. So I took them off and tightened it without it being on there to make sure I didn't strip them. But yeah, looking good so far. I just gotta go get some zip ties, and man, I'm happy. Really happy with it. Now I just need to really get this done by put my fuse somewhere right here and get it connected to my sub. At this point, if I'm being honest, I might have blown my subs, and and they keep going into protect mode is what I think it is, because when I had this wire, this fuse, it would work, but after like 10 seconds of a song, it'd turn off. It'd show I still had power, but the sub wasn't working. And you know what I think it is a while back, oh look at that, it's breaking right now, but a while back on this guy, you could tell it looks kind of burnt because this wire, like it was like this, and it melted the wire. And now it's just covered in electrical tape, so it doesn't rub on that. But yeah, after I seen that, I was like, man, probably got to replace this now. And so I got an A&L fuse, but maybe I should do it now. I've yet to open this guy and see if it's a 60 amp fuse or not, because I got a 150 amp fuse. Yeah, we'll see. I'm I'm more of in the mood to just do this stuff and then record it after to show you guys in detail what I did. Because back in the day I used to record everything and I'd have like 30-minute videos filled with no information. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a sec. Alright, so this is kind of way better than what it looks like. I'll be honest, Frost when he made this for me, he was just starting out the V6 wiring upgrades, and I was like one of the first to get it. So like, I don't know if it's just a little too long or what, but I don't mind it, you know what I mean? So this is what the finished product looks like. It's not zip tied together, as you can see. I want to have these guys like flowing with each other, right next to each other, all the way down. But man, that looks pretty sick. Also, if I want to install this the way he has it, he has this guy kind of at an angle. So I forgot to bring my 10 mil to work today and my toolbox. So I won't be able to fix that just yet. And then also down here, I might make a second video, because underneath this guy, the way these two fit together is you got the alternator one, say it's like this, and then the zero gauge is like that, and they're like kind of overlapping where the connector attaches. So what I want to do is like, I want to have the alternator one right here, and then I want it to like lay flat on it. I don't know how to show you this. Yeah, I can't hold this right now. So like, let's say, just as an example, so the way it's sitting on there is, this is the alternator one, and it's sitting like this, so it's kind of crooked, and I think it's not a complete good ground. What I want to do is like at some point make it so they both sit on each other flat like this, instead of like crooked like that. I want them to sit like this, so it's more flush, and so I'm guaranteed to have a good like ground. It's really a positive, but you get what I mean. I just want it to be touching just right. So right now I'm about to go get some zip ties so I could tidy this up and make it look good. Hell yeah. Check it out, y'all. It's the next day and I found a bolt that goes into here. Matter of fact, you won't believe where I got it. I went to the junkyard the other day and tried a bunch of bolts. Frost told me how he used a seatbelt bolt and it worked. But look at this. You see these two gold bolts? There's one over there on that side. I'm pretty sure they just help hold something in, but that's what this bolt is. One of them gold ones underneath the seat. And it fits perfectly in here, y'all. So I'm happy because I'm gonna like sand this down just a little more. Clean this up a little so it's good contact, and I'm gonna ground it out finally. Makes me remember, guys, every time you make a ground, you want to make sure it's bare metal as possible. So I sanded under this guy real good, and you can tell I sanded this area pretty good. Now I'm gonna put the ground on from here, and it's gonna like intercept these guys and then go to the ground. It's the short one. Let's get it started. I just want to show the progress. I got this farther away from the wire. I ended up leaving this straight, kind of made it point this way a little. And when you come here, you see this guy comes out. I made it go right directly below this line since they're the same color and all that. And then you can see my zip ties where I try keeping them together. I'm gonna spin it around so you can hardly see it. But what I did to make sure it stays away from this coolant line is I wrapped one zip tie around them, and then I zip tied it around this little bar that holds the battery in. And I think I might shave this so I don't have this rubbing on there and have any problems in the future. But other than that, I say it's good. I got to get back to work. I am at my job right now, so need to clock in, get back to work, and then I'll like wrap it up once I'm done and the day's over. Yeah, boy. I might tidy her up a little more and like cut that corner like I said. Where she be? Got the ground. going under the wire. Enough to the side so it ain't about a cool line. And come over here. Blow. Y'all, it's Rez, and I'm just making a little clip for the end of this video because I didn't really finish up what I was doing. This is how it's looking so far. Kind of what was left in the video that I showed you. Not much of a difference from last time. The only reason I'm making a clip at the end is because I never said that at some point I'm gonna have Frost convert my wires that go to my amp. They're gonna go from 8 gauge to 4 gauge, so I'm able to use them on my amp and make it look good. He's gonna wrap them into gold like I want and get me some new coaxial plugins also. I don't need them, but when I cut the wire right here for my fuse, it wasn't long enough to make it over here. I'm sure you can guess why. So now I got Frost, he's gonna cut it for me and get exact length so I could have a wire go from here, go to my fuse, and then go through the firewall to the back. And then I'll plug it into the amp on my subwoofer. I haven't got there yet because, you know, you gotta pay to play. I don't got the money yet to buy the rest of the kit from Frost. So right now, I'm just chilling. I don't have my sub or anything hooked up, but my kickers and the doors and stuff do their job. So yeah, I just wanted to conclude the end of this video that at some point, we will finish this video with some new RCA cables and some new 8 gauge to 4 gauge wires so I get the most power out of my subwoofer's amp. Show you real quick. Sorry it's a mess in here because I haven't been using my sub. But yeah, as you can see, I got some 8 gauge wire and it's flimsy as all heck. And I could only put 8 gauge in here. So he's gonna have 4 gauge reduced down to 8 gauge so I could upgrade these wires. It's supposed to be 2000 watt RMS, so I wanna at least get some of the power out of it. I bet I was maybe max using like 400 watts to 500 because this thing was not bumping at all. Another news, I switched my wheel back to the wood grain because I didn't like that black one I had. But yeah, stay tuned guys. I just wanted to make an ending to this video because I realized I never made an ending to the last one. So yeah, next video coming soon. Expect to be the upgrading for the wires in the back. But yeah. Oh, and also maybe replacing the headlights because I've had these black ones on my mind. I think I might end up doing it. I don't know. I've liked the clear headlight look and I don't want to do too much black in the front. But at some point we'll paint this crap silver. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm gonna be posting more soon because there's a few things I've been doing on the car that I haven't uploaded just because I don't have the space and I don't really have the time. But I see a lot more people subscribing, so I just want to make sure to get those videos out there for y'all, and especially for all my Honda guys. Yeah, but stay tuned y'all, more to come, and hopefully soon, maybe at the end of this month, we'll have my freaking subwoofer back up and running. Make some videos on that.